shouting at each other when things go wrong. All that caffeine they've had earlier, the coffee's getting to their brains, really. Let's see what actually happens. I mean, especially in a best of 3, what's going to happen in that first game? Will someone pull out a cheese strat just to get that first early win, get that under their belt, then try and hold out in the second game? Or will we have some pretty standard games here?
And Aston was definitely checked out the result from the last game. Lone Druid ban, first of all, coming out.
Yeah, we've seen lots of Lone Druid in these past couple of games, and he really has been a solid pickup there, getting as much farm as he possibly can, getting those levels, and just being a tanky nuisance with that Lone Druid bear, obviously able to do rush on relatively quickly, farm up, get that Radiance or Maelstrom, all that pushing power, and that demolish on the bear, able to absolutely obliterate towers, which really is key in these games.
Yeah, it is. And it was actually interesting the way that Will played the bear. Is he was on the off lane, so he couldn't get much farm, and he kind of didn't give a shit about the bear. He just, he had a Maelstrom on it, and that was pretty much it. And this was what was it, 50-minute game? It was crazy, and that's all he had on the bear. But he didn't care because he had a basher on himself. He was there, he was taking the towers. He sacrificed the bear to let his team survive, and he just played the role superbly. But we are going to see the Bat Rider bandit from Will, and then after that, it's going to be the Nyx Assassin coming in from SNL.
Yeah, Lone Druid and Nyx Assassin. We have seen Nyx and Batrider get banned out a lot recently, along with Undying and Magnus. People don't like playing against these irritating laning heroes. But who will we see get banned out now? I mean, there is Undying still in the pool. Will we see TA get banned out even?
Magnus Dota potentially.
Oh, there's the Phantom Lancer. That is one annoying hero with that 4.2 agility gain. He really is irritating to late games, especially when coupled up with a Keeper of the Light, spamming that chakra magic, keeping his mana pool high and spamming out those lancers.
And the guys in chat were saying, we watched the last game, that Astonel was very epic on PL, so it looks like it's definitely a respect ban. But Darkseer going to be the first pick up for Cormus maybe. Undying followed up by Recent Gaming, and one of the most popular picks of the tournament, if not the most popular pick of the tournament so far, Queen of Pain, picked up, and that's going to be for Jack once again.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have we seen Queen of Pain go up against that Invoker in mid? More time, well, 3. Probably 3. But Undying, Keeper of the Light there picked up along with that Darkseer. Again, these annoying lane control heroes. Undying with that Tombstone, not allowing people to encroach on their territory, putting that Tombstone down so you can't really pressure, you can't come from the side and gang if you're the mid hero. It is relatively difficult to come up on that. Keeper of the Light obviously able to keep people at bay. But how are they going to lane this? It's all going to come down to the next couple of picks.
And I think this has a little bit to do with the fact that they don't want Reason to get Undying along with Coddle. That might be one of the reasons for the pick. Don't want to let it go through to this third pick coming out for Reason Gaming. But they're going to go with the Rubik. So, again, this is going to be a trial and a Dench showed us. They put the Rubik... No, actually, no, they didn't. Who did that? No. I'm sure there was a Rubik Coddle and someone else lane at some point in the tournament. I'm thinking of Rubik Pudge, though, for some reason. But, yeah, we're going to see... We are going to see Rubik picked up by Cormus maybe. He could still be solo mid, but it most likely is going to be played in the trial along with a Keeper of the Light. And if they get a carry that's got a potential stun, someone like a Chaos Knight who we haven't actually seen in the tournament, maybe a Spirit Breaker who's shown at one of the games earlier today, just having that stun there, gets a lot of damage coming out from that Illuminate as well as the Fade Bolt.
Yep, and third pickup here for Reason Gaming, what are we going to go for? Lone Druid is banned out. Usually we see like an offlane hero picked up here, possibly Bounty, Windrunner, Tidehunter still up there.
There is a lot of choices open for Reason, and they have got to be careful with what they take. I do think now might grab the Bounty Hunter now. But is that the way that Reason want to play this Dota game? Because I don't think they've played Bounty today, although I could be very wrong with that. We have only casted one of their games.
There have been a lot of games today, and we have missed quite a few, seeing as there are so many of that group stage. So it is entirely possible they have played that Bounty Hunter. Oh, there's the Magnus. It was not banned out, and they pick it up.
Magnus Dota, that's going to be an offlane Magnus play by Will. Very excited to see his reverse polarities potentially missing everybody. I'm sure he's done that many times in his career. But, yep, Magnus can be picked up. That will be the offlane. So now we have the tri-lane left to complete for Reason Gaming, as well as the hard carry for Cormus maybe, and, of course, their solo mid-hero. They're going to go ahead and ban Jakiro, and he's going to be followed up with a Faceless Void by Reason, a hero that we've not seen today.
I was about to say, we've seen this so often now. As the banning of the carries commences, people pick up their 3 core heroes in the first 3 picks, banning out the offlane heroes most often in the first couple of picks, and then they ban all of the carries. The one thing we have not seen once, I don't think he's had any interaction with this cup, is Anti-Mage.
Anti-Mage.
I don't think I've seen him banned or picked once.
That's exactly who I was thinking. I have not seen Anti-Mage. He's not been, the only time he's been banned was a remake, which obviously doesn't count, but yeah. We've seen no Anti-Mages, and it's quite surprising to me because I know Aston L can play anti-mage. If he's played it in a previous game for Cormus, maybe I'm not sure because I've obviously only seen the ones that we've casted. But yeah, and there you go. Anti-mage is gone. Cormus maybe banning it out.
Kidoki. Well, that's that, isn't it?
I'm very interested to see if we're going to see Lifestealer again this game. It's not banned yet, and there's still the option for Reason Gaming to pick him up for Thomas VP. And again, this is another ban aimed at Aston L, the Luna pick. I know that Aston can play that Luna very effectively.
Not only have we seen Thomas play that Lifestealer very, very well in the previous game, but he couples well with Magnus and Queen of Pain. Infesting into the Queen of Pain, that blink on top of many heroes. Magnus, obviously, Skewer as well, getting that Lifestealer into position. No need for a blink dagger on him if you can just jump in there with those heroes into an RP, dealing that huge AoE from that ultimate, which is usually underestimated. I think it's about 200 damage on level 1, up to 400 on level 3. Yeah. It's quite a lot of AoE.
I am interested to see what they're going to put along in Reason Gaming's lineup right now. They have the Magnus. They can hold everyone down with RP. The Sonic Wave will go on top of them. The Tombstone will be ripping everybody apart at the side. And then they need some more burst on top of that. If they have one more hero with a high burst potential, that's AoE, it's going to be one fight for Reason Gaming most likely.
But Lifestealer banned out, in fact.
Yeah, so Thomas not going to get out this game. At the same time, though, saying that, you can't say that a fight's going to be obliterated. If Darkseer is back at the back of the fight, anything can happen. And Gyrocopter is going to be the final ban for Reason Gaming.
Yeah, there's one thing that's lining up here. I don't know if you've seen the YouTube video. I think it was XX5. I can't remember it. I'll remember it later on tonight before I go to sleep or something. But there's a YouTube video out there released by the Navi Gaming guys. And it was a huge combo against MTW.
Whoa!
They're not going to go for that. They're going to go for a Phantom Assassin. I was thinking of a Naga Sleep into Darkseer Vacuum, Keeper of the Light Illuminate, and RP into huge, massive AoE devastation. But they've actually gone for a Phantom Assassin here for their hard carry. Mirana once today.
Wow!
Who will be playing Mirana on the Reason
this
side?
This is well on Mirana. They're gonna have Magnus in the middle and Queen of Pain farming in the safe lane with the tri lane. That's what I think. I could be very wrong, but I know that Will plays Mirana. He back when we had the in-house league still open for UK Dota, I watched and competed in a couple of games myself where we just had captains and we picked players, and Will was put on that Mirana a few times and he excelled so much. And it's going to be the Omni Knight final pickup for Cormus maybe, who's going to be their offlane out, I think. Actually, what? Who's them? Is this Rubik middle?
I assume so. With Keeper of the Light, Omni Knight, Phantom Assassin, because that would blink into... Oh, what's his first spell called? Purification, there we go, and Bane.
Oh, God. Wow. So the strategies that we have not seen yet coming out in this tournament. Bane, we've not seen this tournament. Phantom Assassin, we've not seen this tournament. And I am very excited to see how this is going to be played out.
Pulling out all the stops for these finals, definitely. I mean, I was talking about cheese strats earlier. I don't think any of these are particularly cheesy, but they definitely have something pre-planned here with these unusual pickups, to say the least.
And I'm surprised Will is on the Magnus and Thomas is playing hard to carry Mirana. So we're going to go through the side real quick. So on Reason Gaming, Fade's going to be going up to that top lane with the Bane Elemental, followed by Thomas VP going to be playing the Mirana. We have Undying following up with John L. This is an aggressive tri lane coming out from there. Jack, once again, going to take that solo mid, Queen of Pain. Really dominance on that hero so far this tournament. And finally, Will, offlane Magnus.
And change from your drafting screen to the main screen.
Before I forget again, like I always do.
Okay, over on the dire side with Aston L on that Phantom Assassin, Initiative on that Keeper of the Light. Mid, we have Omni Knight, Magic Lols, and Rubik Nielios. And down here we have King Dave on that Darkseer, warding up already. Very early Observer wards there. That's not quite in the Magic Bush. Does that block both of the spawns?
I don't believe it's both. No. I think the cutoff is about here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's literally on that Magic Bush is the ideal spot to block both of these camps here.
Just off position there, but I don't think he was actually aiming for it. I think he just wants to block the safe camp, as he is going to be playing that offlane. And I'm actually a little surprised the way they've done this, because you remember last time we casted Cormus maybe, it was Omni Knight, not played by Magic, but actually played by King Dave on the offlane, and he destroyed the Mirana. But we are going to see solo Will in safe lane versus solo King Dave in the hard lane.
Oh, what we're going to see here is Nightmare into Arrow. That's going to be pretty devastating up against this Phantom Assassin. If she gets picked off a couple of times, her farm's going to go straight down the drain. Or is Bane actually going... No, he's just warding up. They are going to run this tri lane on top. That's going to be very nice. Magnus, Invis Rune up against this Darkseer down here. He should have a pretty rough time. That Iron Shell is going to hold his farm quite a lot, even though he does have Shockwave to nuke things down. The only way he's going to win this lane is if he gets a lucky kill, pulls that Darkseer back into the Ranger Tower and picks him off.
And Will just walks back with the creep wave on top of the Iron Shell, and he's not going to enjoy that extra damage he took early on. And there's the Nightmare already coming out. The Sacred Arrow, it's going to fly at the last second. There's the Decay going on top, but the Purification is coming out from Omninotes, and PL just blinks on top of the Coddle, and Fade is taking a lot of damage from this. Right clicks from Coddle are not going to be enough, and he just about survives. 40 seconds into the game, there's already action and kill attempts on top lane.
Yeah, that wasn't too far off a kill on the PA, but luckily she took Phantom Strike first rather than a dagger. But still, that Purification really showing how useful it's going to be in this really aggressive tri lane with that Undying, Bane, and Mirana.
And as soon as Repel comes up as well, level 2 from Omnignite, it's going to be so much more difficult for Reason to get a kill.
We're probably going to see rotation from those two supports, leave Mirana up there to just try and soak up some experience. Or perhaps we see the Undying just sit up there with Mirana and Bane going to do that combo elsewhere.
It is a very strong ganking combo. They get the smoke up, but again, Thomas, you saw him on the last game. He likes his farm. Would he just want to be a roaming ganking Mirana? I think he'll want to farm it up, but I'm not sure. It's not often that we see this guy play, and it will be interesting to see how he transitions. But at the moment, as far as mid lane goes, Jack's up to level 3. He's got 7 last hits, dominating Rubik, who's on 4.
Yeah, and he's got the early bottle as well, going for the Tangos and 3 branches rather than the Rubik, who had an extra salve on top of that. So Rubik going to get his bottle now, though he does have a Flying Courier at hand. Is he going to pick it up? Nope. He's waiting for something. 600.
Nightmare. Thomas with the arrow. It's going to go on Aston. Again, the Illuminate's going to come out, and the Purification once again on Aston. And again, blinks onto Magic. And it's just completely stopped.
Just not quite enough DPS there. Not enough nuke damage coming out of these guys. If they had level 1 Starstorm, maybe they'd been able to do it with double Starstorm if they were at if Mirana was at melee range. But that Purification, again, showing how strong it is on his tri lane. And with that Chakra Magic, he'll have no problems spamming that out whenever a Phantom Assassin gets initiated upon. Yep. How is that Magnus doing? Yep, I look down at him, 110 health, trying to tango back up. King Dave having no problems whatsoever on this lane. He's going to be soaking up so much experience, getting all the last hits he could ever possibly dream of.
He's used up all of his regen Magnus now, and he's having such a hard time. No mana left to shockwave the creeps. No regen left to get any last hits against these Iron Shells, and this is going to be a completely dominated lane for King Dave.
How are we doing at mid for Rubik? 9 for 2, he has his bottle now, but Jack really showing how strong Queen of Pain is.
And
and here he goes in. It's going to be a dead Rubik.
Lift. It's not going to be enough. There's level 2 Screaming Pain. He's not in range though, so he's just going to right click him down. 4 seconds to another blink, and he's not going to go for it. I'm actually fairly surprised because that was a guaranteed kill if he'd have gone for the blink, but he had to tank the Terror for a little more than he would have liked to.
Denied.
And Bane, he's looking for the Nightmare, and I'm getting a FPS drop right now. Sorry about this, guys. Oh, there we go. It should be settled. But Bane's looking for Nightmare. He does have a point in Brain Slap now, so there's extra nukage coming out. And PL's been surviving with the Purification just about, but now there's Repel on Omnignite, and it's good. With that Brain Slap, there's just nothing they can do anymore. Repel's just going to completely stop them.
The question is, once Undying his level 3 and he has a level 2 Tombstone, spams a couple of decays onto Astanel, will they be able to bring him down? That Repel will probably push them back, but they could still have a go. Possibly they start initiate on that Phantom Assassin, do the Nightmare on him, but try and arrow the Keeper of the Light and focus on that, because he does have very low hit points, and if Omnignite expends his mana pool on that Phantom Assassin to keep her alive, that does leave Keeper and Omni open to attacks.
Indeed. As soon as that the Repel goes on somebody that might want to switch targets, but if the arrow's down and the Nightmare's down, can they bring somebody down? And there it is again. Nightmare, Tombstone's down this time. Arrow wants to go, but Initiative was actually using a body block, and Omnignite heals himself. Arrow nearly went down on Initiative, and the Brace having so much damage. Thomas actually uses his leap to go forward, and that will be first blood brought out by him, and he has a lot of health still to survive. And John L is taking a lot of damage, but Aston's taking a lot more. Courier's there. Thomas VP is going to chase it, and can they get in the trees in time? They will do so. The Keeper of the Light does go down at the same time. Magic now taking a lot of right kicks. The arrow hits perfectly. 3 kills in top lane for Reason, and they've pinged the tower. They immediately want to push onto that.
That was really nicely done. Even though that first arrow missed on that Keeper of the Light, the zombies chasing there with that Bloodlust, Zombie Lust on them really does a lot of damage with that low HP Keeper of the Light. And like I said, once Omni has expended all of his mana, there's very little they can do. That Brain Sap dealing so much pure damage on level 2. How much damage does it actually do? 160. Keeper of the Light, that's a third of his hit points gone down the drain. Phantom Assassin as well, trying to hold on for as long as she could, but wasn't long enough.
And at the moment, mid lane, Jack is level 6 to Rubik, who's just popped level 5. 29 for 9 coming out on Jack's Queen of Pain, compared to the 13-2 for Nalos. He's really having a hard time as the Rubik in this middle lane.
Strangely enough, Magnus has actually kept up his CS, spamming out that shockwave, bottle crowing now, in fact, to keep that up. But his HP does drop relatively quickly. And now Soul Ring on this Darkseer is going to have an even tougher time.
He will constantly be using that courier. It may even be worth if they can afford it. They did just get a lot of kills in top lane. If they could afford a second courier just for the Magnus, because he's going to have such a hard time in this lane still. Bottle or no bottle, he's going to have to constantly be crowing this to be able to keep in lane. Otherwise, he's going to spend far too much money on regen, and that's not what he wants to do. He has his boots at the moment. He's got 350 gold. He's obviously saving for those arcane boots.
I think once he gets his bottle back, Queen of Pain's probably going to rotate down there. Rubik isn't going to offer too much against this mid lane. I mean, she possibly goes in for a kill. No.
And Jack, they have vision of the top rune, and he knows it's not there. He's going to pick up a double damage rune. Whether he goes down for the Darkseer or stays and tries to kill Nalos, who's only level 5 still. If he times this perfectly, he will get a nice kill with a double damage. He's actually going to rotate bottom. I thought he would do. He's going to go off after King Dave. And King Dave
doesn't have any HP, doesn't have any mana. The bottle is in his stash because it went top with the power trades for someone. I don't know why they didn't buy power trades in that side shop.
That is pretty unfortunate. Jack, though, he's going to blink beyond King Dave. King Dave, he uses the surge preemptively, so the, what's it called? Sorry, the Shadow Strike is going to slow him down, but they just can't chase him. The surge is giving too much of a distance, and he's going to be back up off cooldown right now, just as Jack's blink is. Jack's going to keep chasing, but Dave's already gone.
For some reason, Rubik is heading back to base.
Nightmare. It's gone on Astanel. Arrows coming in, blocked by initiative on Keeper of the Light, and he's going to go down for his troubles. And John L is taking a lot of damage, but he does have a tombstone there. He heals himself using the soul rip, and then PA is having to blink away, trying to do as much damage as possible to John L. More decays coming out. Thomas, he jumps in aggressively again, but he doesn't have enough mana for a Starstorm. He's going to start right clicking on Aston out, and he does have an arrow available, but we have a TP coming in from Rubik, who is, I believe he's level 6 now. He might want to steal the leap off the Mirana and get his team the movement speed required to chase Sandy's Bane, but they're just going to keep chasing. Lift going up on Mirana. John L is taking a lot of damage. PA blinks on top. The attack speed's just coming in up, and no, he gets arrowed, and now he's taking a lot of damage from the creeps. Fade, he manages to use his brain sap to give himself enough life to survive, but the slow coming out from that stifling dagger. Fade's got to run away now on the Bane. He's getting chased. Fade bolt coming out from Rubik. It's a level 3 Fade bolt, so it does a lot of damage. Another stifling dagger. Blink up in 10 seconds, but he's not going to need it. And that's enough for Aston to get another kill. Great engage by Reason, but even better support coming down from Nalos, and they're able to pick up more kills.
Yeah, that was a good TP in there from that Rubik. Definitely needed just to pick up some counter kills there. Mirana, as you said, jumping in, but not enough mana to actually cast anything. No arrow, no Starstorm. Do we have another engagement here? Undying just being a little bit of a pest there towards that Phantom Assassin who doesn't have much mana left.
Now, bottom lane, Will. Arcanes are finished. Aiming is in. He's having an alright time now. Now he's got those levels up in Shockwave. He's actually the second highest farm in the map. He's out farming the Darkseer now. Started to win this lane. Fade, he gets Stifling Dagger. There are wards watching the rotations from the supports now. John L throws a decay, but it's not going to hit on anybody, I think. Nope, nobody got hit. And now, Jack's here. He's watched though. He have no idea that there's a ward there. Even though the Stifling Dagger flew over the trees, they just jumped into the Aston Initiative and jumped into the trees himself. But there goes the Tombstone. It reveals that arrow doesn't hit on anybody. A bit preemptive. Jack, he throws out the Sonic Wave on Initiative. So much damage coming down. But Rubik steals Sonic Wave. He'll throw it back on Thomas VP. But there's no follow-up. I don't know how he's going to be able to take him down. Meanwhile, he's getting hit by the zombies from a Tombstone. And that's another kill that's going to go on top of them. But now Magic Lows and Astanel, they're chasing. They want to find Fade again. And the courier's there in the trees once more. But it's not going to be spotted out by Reason Gaming. And then John L throws another decay down on top of the PA, just being a nuisance. They're diving so deep now. Thomas VP has walked all the way around. He has his phase boost complete, and he has mana still. And that's a great heal coming out from Omni Knights. And the arrow is so close to him, but the repel, even if he had a hit, would have saved him.
This is going to be really annoying for this Phantom Assassin. All she wants to do is farm, but constant aggression here from this Undying, Bane, and Mirana. Even the Queen of Pain coming up here. Rubik did manage to get a nice steal off of that Sonic Wave. Managed to get it on 2 heroes, the Bane and the Undying. But it just wasn't enough damage, and there was no follow-up. PA on 2 low health. Omni Knight, not enough mana to expend there. And the Keeper of the Light already used his Illuminate, so they couldn't actually get any counter kills.
You can see just by their HP pulls right now that how hard of a dive it was. I kind of feel like Call Me Maybe's focus was a little bit too split, but when you have 4 heroes up there fighting you as well as the Tombstone, it's really hard to do anything.
Yeah, do you focus the Tombstone, get rid of those zombies as quickly as possible? Do you try and get the Marana down after she's used Leap because there's no escapability of her? Do you try and get the Bane, who's causing a lot of damage? Do you get rid of the Undying, who's healing the enemy?
So many options. And when I have to think that fast, it's really hard for the teams to communicate exactly what they want to do in these fights.
Smoked Queen of Pain, smoked Magnus here, but there is a Sentry and Observer Ward. Will they cross over it?
They have to be fast. John L's going to get revealed anyway, so they're going to have to go in now. Fade, he's looking for a Nightmare or somebody. He's going to find Aston maybe. Nightmare, no brain stab, just going out on Aston. He will try Nightmare. Nalos is coming in. He steals the Tombstone actually. So this is going to be a really interesting fight now. Double Tombstone up, and Reason do the correct thing. They just back off. Actually, Arrow goes out on King Dave. He's going to get caught by Thomas Group here. Massive RP going on 3 heroes. Magic's going to go down. The PA is already down. Ruby's already down. King Dave is taking a lot of damage here. Both Tombstones are still there. Initiative now. He's trying to limp away. 4-0 by so far. The Nightmare goes up, and still Reason Gaming. They want to kill Initiative. Easy Arrow. Easy service life. 5 kills. Nobody goes down for Reason Gaming, and this will be the tier 1 tower.
That was really well played. I mean, they did see that Magnus smoked up with that Observer and Sentry, so they knew he was there, but still, they went in for that. A nice arrow on the Darkseer, causing havoc that repels Phantom Assassin, had almost no backup whatsoever. I don't know if there was a miscall there, but the support didn't follow through. Then that nice 3-man RP coming from really good, well-timed skewer, straight into the middle of them. Even though 2 Tombstones were up, it was a lot of AoE from this Radiant side.
Far too much for them to handle. Did the Sonic Wave get... The Sonic Wave didn't even get used for that fight. If the Sonic Wave was on top of the triple RP, then that would have really destroyed Cormus maybe.
Something that's really surprised me is that this Darkseer hasn't won the lane completely against this Magnus. I really did expect Magnus to falter with his farm, but nice early cloak, arcane boots, 11 minutes in. It's really well done by him.
He's played superbly on his farm lane. Managing to keep up with Darkseer when you're playing a melee hero is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. He's now level 10 on the Magnus. He's got 4 points in the Shockwave, 4 in the Skewer. He's now obviously got 1 in the Imperor as well. And he's starting to wreak havoc in his bottom lane. He's completely dominating the Darkseer. I know it's only 8 CS difference, but that is huge when you are playing a hero that should win. And he's also 2 levels behind. And also, Will is chasing behind the tower now. He's using his Imperor to try and push as best as he can. And he's going to do some decent damage to the wave. And of course, now he's got those levels up in Shockwave. The Iron Shell doesn't do anything anymore. He gets it off the creep and it goes.
One of the main problems here for Cormus maybe is going to be the levels on their supports. Level 4, Keeper of the Light, Magic Stick, nothing else. No boots, nothing. Omni Knight, Sage's Mask, Magic Stick. Are they going to initiate here?
King Dave though. He's getting chased off by the Queen of Pain. Jack rotated for the kill. He might actually find him here if he blinks up and gets the initiation right. One more right click and he will do it. He will get it. Uphill does not miss. Meanwhile, in top lane now, as you said, the Tombstone did go down. John L is getting chased. Aston L will get him with a nice crit in the end there. And then blinks out and tries to stay alive. And they take 1 person down. And now Aston just farming the zombies, but taking a lot of damage from them. He does have to be careful. In fact, even Magic is getting hurt so much. Oh wait, there's 2 Tombstones. Wow. Oh, and Bane comes in. He used Fiend's Grip, and that's the death of Nalos. Double kill for Thomas VP. And I said earlier on, Thomas probably is going to find the farm if to go into aggressive tri lane. It hasn't really mattered. 5-0-5 up on him now. If we have a quick look at the net worth, he's on 5,500 gold.
Yeah. And this is one of those strats where it's hard to fail with that Nightmare into Arrow. And just now, Fiend's Grip into Arrow, finishing off that Rubik. The Omni Knight PA trying to farm those zombies, but really, like you said, taking way too much damage in the process. Loads of pings came out there from the Undying, like, go, finish these guys, you can do it, the zombies are killing them. And they did. And now Empower up on this Marana, 83 plus 52 damage, Phase Boots, Drums, Ring of Aquila, Blade of Alacrity coming out now for her, Manta Style not far away. What do we see on the Darkseer? Soul Ring and Cloak, that's really not up to par with what he should be getting down on that lane. Like you said, that Magnus, he really has played superbly. You should not be able to get that much CS up against Darkseer as a melee hero. What about Queen of Pain? I have not clicked on her much. Point booster.
Standard build for Jack. It's the build he loves, it's the build he's practiced, and it's the build that he works so well for him. Bane does get Stifling Daggered, but he is going to put the Nightmare on top of Aston. Illuminate's going to come out, and actually Magic takes the Nightmare off. And look how much burst came out on top of Aston then. And that's just from the Undying. And now we see the Guardian Angel coming in from Magic, but the zombies, they're slowing everybody down. They're diving so deep. Nalos is going to go out on the top. Fade picking up the kill there. And then Marana ulti's gone down. They have no idea Will's here. He has the reverse polarity available. He's just going to use Shockwave. And Vacuum comes back. Skewer misses. He was going to go for the RP, but he chose not to. And it's a good idea for Reason just to back off right now. And that's exactly what they're going to do. And Undying just died to the creeps.
Where did he die? I didn't see.
He died here. John, what were you doing? The creeps followed him round and killed him somehow. I saw him soul reap, but he was on about 200 health when we left him.
Maybe some decay stacks wore off and he ran down to 0 health and then a creep one hit him.
Must be. That is exactly what happened. There's no doubt about that. But yep. Oh, it's actually going to be a diffuser coming out from Mirana. Double Blade of Alacrity. It's not a build we see very commonly. Most Miranas will go for that Manta Style rush. Definitely getting the Yasha at least. But he's aiming to burn all the mana off from the supports of Call Me Maybe and get easy kills.
Purge for the Omni Knight Repel.
Yes, actually, Repel. Purge off the Repel, get the arrow, and meanwhile Fade, Astanel's initiating on him. He doesn't need to get farm, he's just going to start right-clicking anyway, and the Nightmare's coming out from Fade. Actually tried to catch Astanel. If Astanel would have right-clicked him while the Nightmare was on, of course he'd have got Nightmare himself. Easy arrow from Mirana, and that would have been a kill.
I really like the way Magnus was posturing there, just walking around their Bane like, come at me, I have RP. If you engage on this Bane, I will RP you and you will all die. And really smart move there from Corvus, maybe just backing off because they knew that was going to happen.
And look at how deep John is right now. He is not even slightly terrified. He's got 4 points up in the tombstone, sorry. And they are just pushing this tower now. And meanwhile, Rubik, what did he get from Undying then? I can't click on him, he got Decay. He's only level 1. Why can't I click on Rubik?
I don't know, I couldn't click on him just now either.
Yeah, that was weird.
No, I've got the box selected. I can't actually click on him.
I blame Carly Rae Jepsen. But meanwhile, was the Fiend script just on Aston?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Huh.
I don't know.
Fiend script's on cooldown, he just used it. And I heard it, but I didn't see it. I saw him just as he ended. Interesting.
Queen of Pain solo killed the Darkseer with a haste rune.
What a bloody hell was that? Oh, right, okay. And that's why we saw 3 TPs down and a waste of gold again. It was too late. And now, Reason just pushing the mid tower.
Now, this is one of the problems with the Rubik solo mid. If you don't get a really good start and dominate your lane and end up 1-4, you end up with boots and bottle and almost no impact on the game. He's going to be stealing spells, trying to spam out as much as he can.
Can't click Rubik. But yeah,
you just got to box
I've got to box select him. But yeah, Tombstone stolen once again, so we could see another zombie battle. But not quite yet. I think it'd be a reasonable choice here if Nalos decides to wait for their Tombstone to wear off and then puts his own down if to start initiating a fight.
Click on Keeper of the Light. I feel sad.
Aww.
17 minutes in and he has no boots. He's got some Observer Wards, and Magic Stick and some Sentries. Oh, but Phantom Assassin even sadder really. Ring of Health, Tranquil Boots, no DPS output, no survivability, no BKB. She's going to have a really rough time up against these guys. If she gets Reverse Polarity, she's going to die pretty damn quickly. I'm
actually quite surprised that the rotation didn't come down from Call Me Maybe. I really am surprised that they didn't just say, right, we're not going to win this lane. The Nightmare Arrow combination is too strong. Yeah, we have Repel, but it doesn't matter. We're already losing. Let's go down to bottom and let's put Darkseer up here.
Well, on top of that, Darkseer losing his lane, he must have known that he wasn't doing terribly well against that Magnus down there. So, yeah, like you said, I don't know why the rotation didn't come through. Or the lane swapping even.
Thomas VP now. Diffusal complete. He's very happy this game. He's going to start burning the man out. I mean, Coddle's going to get absolutely destroyed by Thomas now. And Nidos still has Tombstone. Oh, wait, he's used it. I don't know where he used it, but he's got it back up again anyway now. Now Aston, he's trying to find space wherever he can. But look at this rotation. They just want to kill him. Queen of Pain already heading up there, but the CP's going to come out. And Jack using the regeneration rune. He's actually so close to his Aghanim Scepter already. 120 gold away for him. And he's level 12. 18-minute Ags. Arrow. Searching. Nearly hits on King David. And actually nearly hit on Magic as well. And John L takes a Stifling Dagger in the face, but it doesn't matter because the tier 2 tower is gone. Aston blinking on top. And there's the Fiend script. Aston's in a lot of trouble. The heal does come out. And John L's taking a lot of damage here. And in fact, Thomas, he killed the Omni Knight pretty easily. I didn't even see that happen. It was so fast. But now, being forced into the base already, Nalos is going to dice the zombies. He actually uses 15 stick charges. Arrow's going to hit on King Dave, and he's going to take a lot of damage from the... Look at the reverse tombstone now. Having to Nightmare himself, Bane, and it just about wears off. And in fact, Astonel is coming. Oh, the brain stab is a perfect time, and Jack kills him in a Sonic Wave. And what a ulti coming out from Thomas VP. Holy shit. Thomas VP gets the ulti just in time. The brain sap from Bane, and then followed up by the Sonic Wave. Bane survives with pretty much no health remaining. Had to Nightmare himself, who nearly denied himself.
Magnus was sitting there the whole time like, I have reverse polarity. I could go in here, but no, my team's safe. It's all fine. Everything's calculated. Everyone survives.
And there he has a Blink Dagger. And also, Aghanim Scepter on Quap. Finished up with 1,000 gold left over after that kill.
Yeah. I mean, if you just take one look at the net worth, almost 10k on that Mirana, 7.9k on that Queen of Pain, 5.3k on the Magnus.
Oh.
Top 3 gold earners there.
Have a look at the gold graph. It tells a story 20 minutes in when it's this large, and the XP as well. 15,000 and 12,000 respectively. It's a sad day for Call Miss Maybe. Stop! Ah. I hate that song. But yeah.
See, often in these games, we do see the losing side call the GG, not preemptively, but relatively early, just so they can get into that next game, so they don't have to drag this out and lose their morale, basically.
What do you think of the PA pick overall?
I like PA as a hero, and I like the fact that they laned him with the Keeper of the Light and
Never mind, she's gonna die. And the rotation's coming down now. We'll see. Arrow actually misses by Thomas VP. Was very close to Nidos. And look at that burst coming out. Magnus with the last right click there. And King Dave is coming here. He's getting featured by Bane, but Bane's going to take a lot of damage here. And then the RP goes out on initiative as well as Asenel. Guardian Angel coming out, so there's no right click damage coming out from Reason anymore. But it doesn't really matter because the zombies are here and they're ready for when it wears off. And it has done. Jack jumping into the middle of everyone. He has his Aghanim Scepter, but he doesn't have Sonic Wave for another 10 seconds. Will gets the last hit there with the skewer. And Jack manages to finish that one off as well. 25 for 4 at 21 minutes. And there's the GG. GG, let's go to game 2. Well played by Reason.
Really well played by Reason. I mean, just the personal skill there from Will, Jack on the mid lane dominating that Rubik. It's not exactly a difficult lane, but Rubik can be very annoying if you're a Queen of Pain and your damage gets reduced by that Fade Bolt. And that top lane really well executed. Like, you asked that PA pick, do I like it? I really do like PA as a hero. Omni Knight, Keeper of the Light, very good lane mates. I like the way they laned it. I don't like so much the way they executed it, because they could not lane up against that Bane, that Mirana, and that Undying. If they had switched the lanes around, you know, it may have worked out a little bit better if they'd got some kills on that Magnus at bottom lane, if Darkseer had gone to the top on that safe lane to try to farm up there. Maybe things would have worked out a little bit better, but as it stands, 1-0. So, it's a game, 10 minutes into the next game. We'll have a short break here.
22 minute GG. Stay tuned, guys. We'll have game 2 coming up shortly. How long is that going to be, Dirk? Are we having a break at all, or is it just coming up now? Okay, he's already muted on Skype.
5 to 10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes, guys.
Players.
So, yeah, we're going to wait for the players. Game 2 coming up in approximately 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.